Welcome, one and all, to Direcast, a podcast that is now 1 year old!
Hey.
Here at Direcast, our group of 6 running jokes play different RPGs, bringing you a new game and system every few weeks. And this week, dear and dire listeners, it is our 1 year anniversary, our podiversary, if you will. And so we are taking a trip down memory lane and revisiting the first game we ever brought to you. It's Honey Heist!
Ooh.
My name's Lukey, and this week's question is, what was your favourite game we've played and published over the last year? I actually think mine was probably Vampire the Masquerade, because I just really enjoyed really getting into character and playing for a bit longer. Having Casey there was really nice, and doing a Russian accent.
Hello, my name is Matt, and my favourite one, just probably no surprises, I loved running Warr. I love pirates, as everyone knows, and I just really enjoyed losing myself in a pleasant little pirate adventure for three times. That was great fun.
And listener number 3 has just won £5 on the easiest bet in the world.
I enjoyed many other games as well.
Oh, we know, but
it was not a clear-cut thing, but I'm just going to go for the obvious and say it was Warr.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and honestly, very much a toss-up. I think, on balance, my favourite game was You Awaken in a Strange Place.
That was great fun.
To run through. It's one that we just kept. It's one that stayed in our heads.
Yeah.
For a very long time afterwards.
Yeah, and the music. Shout out to the music.
Ooh.
Still my favourite soundtrack, Matt. That was so
Probably
good.
mine as well. Like I very much enjoyed that one.
Yeah, if a sidebar, that's a close second, but my favourite favourite soundtrack is The Vampire Masquerade.
No, you only get to have one.
Just the soundtrack.
Okay.
Soundtrack, Vampire Masquerade.
Okay.
But
That I'm
generally.
very happy with that one as well. Your notes were beautiful and made it all better.
Hi, I'm Helen, and my favourite game, my one favourite game.
All right.
Yeah.
It has to 100% be Saturday morning breakfast friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
that
gosh.
was my second one.
I mean, we loved
Great
it so
choice.
much that we were meant to stop playing, and then we continue to play it.
Literally double.
we loved it so much we played it again.
Yeah.
That's my single favourite piece of game design that I've encountered this year.
I
Yeah.
love it so much.
So good.
High compliment
failure
indeed.
Hello there. My name is Peter, and my favourite game from this past year, to nobody's surprise, was Millennial Apartment Hunters.
Yes.
Dan Masticates in all his glory.
You still think Dan Masticates is a character. I'm hunting him down as we speak.
Probably my favourite character.
Peter
is
wasn't
Dan
actually in that game.
No, I took a week off. That's a real human being. He has flesh and blood,
Sorry,
and not all of it is
not
his.
a human being. Real cryptid.
Dan Masticates is definitely not a human being.
Somehow.
Hey, what's
It's our local cryptid, like the Stig.
Yes. Hi, I'm H, and I was actually going to say Millennial Apartment Hunters too, because all the other games have been mentioned that I really loved. Can I say a couple?
Yeah,
say
why not?
either-
Since you're last.
Yeah,
round it out.
woohoo! Because I was going to say You Awaken in a Strange Place, Vampire the Masquerade, because I'm still playing it, just in a different campaign now with Casey.
Yes.
Hi, Casey. And
Hey.
and also Millennial Apartment Hunters, all for vastly different reasons. I just think they're all great games.
Be funny if it was all for the same reason.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so now that we've had a little trip down memory lane, let's get on with the show.
Okay.
So, it's our anniversary, so we're revisiting our first game with our first GM. Helen, you want to tell us what we're doing?
Ladies, gentlemen, folks and fans, welcome to Honey Heist 2, Electric Beargaloo.
Oh, that will be replaced by a proper musical sting.
No, we're keeping that.
Oh shit. Okay.
It is a quiet day in the forest. Things are peaceful, generally. You know, a lot of bear politics has been sorted out recently. It has been decided that, yes, Jonathan Grizzly was the one who stole the honey from Miss Black Bear Black House. So that's all sorted. There was a lot of sort of internal family drama going on between the honey badgers, but there's been peace at last in the family. About a year ago there was a heist, and one of the honey badgers went off with all the loot and left the other just sort of hanging dry. But the family representatives promised that everything is sorted now, and this is a good thing.
We're all friends again.
Nothing swept under the table whatsoever.
Not even masses of loot.
So much honey.
Ignore that manuka-shaped lump in the corner.
This is important because Grandma Biona, the panda bear of the forest,
Oh, yes.
has called a conference with some very important people. First,
So we weren't invited.
no, never. First, she calls up a very important honey badger, Pansy. I would like you to roll me. I would like
Oh
you
god,
to
we
roll
need
me
dice.
2d6.
Nice.
Whatever it was, I didn't do it. And that includes the thing that I definitely did. It's a 10, Governor.
Oh no! Don't add them up, please.
Oh, I got a 6 and a 4.
That equals 10.
We don't do maths on this podcast.
I apologise.
So, Pansy is still a somewhat incompetent honey badger,
Aww.
but has decided to have a career change in the last year,
Ah.
and is no longer a driver, and is instead a hacker. How's this working out for you, Pansy?
It's a bit for shifting gears. Yeah, whenever I see a loading screen, I have to resist the urge to look for a go faster pedal. Also, computers don't take diesel.
We learned this through trial and error.
Mainly
Trial
error.
and
so much error.
an expensive high temperature error.
And could you roll me a d8?
That is a 6.
That is a 6. So, you have also swapped out your old bowler hat for a rather fetching fez.
Magnificent.
Yay.
So what else have you been up to in the last year, Pansy?
I have been, since I got the Fez, I've been skulking through old Super Hulock archives on Tumblr, like like the digital version of whoever spied on that Ozymandias bloke. Then there's a point where I tried to hack into the mainframe of the BIA to grab the all the locations of the best quality honey, but of course they found me. So I'm wary of the open skies because I might have drones on me at any moment.
Just pull your fez down low.
Exactly.
And those worker bees won't see you.
Yep. Yeah, I may not have thought this one through. It's quite hard to get a low-brimmed fez.
But not impossible.
Not impossible. Aside from that, I've also been skulking and dodging questions about from the family about where exactly that mother lode from last year is. I'm keeping it to one side in case of a rainy day. Yep. By which I mean like a monsoon season, but yeah.
So you arrive in the clearing where Mama Biona has asked you to be. She's sitting there chewing on some bamboo, and she sort of gestures for you to take a seat.
I will, skulk over, open a lap book, and start hunting for Wi-Fi.
Very good of you to come, dear.
You know I can't refuse you, especially after those tapes leaked.
Well, oh my.
Next to enter the clearing is a very, very stunningly sleek polar bear.
Ooh.
Michael, roll me 2d6.
Hello. I got a 5 and a 3.
You are no longer an incompetent polar bear. You are now a slick polar bear.
I'm so slim.
Wow.
I've grown up.
Greased.
Not greased. I'm as fast in land as in water.
You've given up on being a thief and have decided instead that you want to be a driver.
Oh, that's good. I saw what.
Do you drive like a really flash car?
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah, convertible.
Yes.
It's got like.
Wind in your fur.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Bit of goose fat flying into the windscreen wipers of the car behind me.
Lovely.
Brings a whole new meaning to the word slipstream.
Yep.
Has the bass-based band done well?
No, due to one of the members
Base-
being a traitor and a scoundrel. Unfortunately, the bass-based band has now broken up. He now only plays prog rock in his spare time.
God.
And has
Peak dad.
yes, he's listened to one King Crimson album and has spent the past year getting it wrong.
Aww.
That's such a niche joke, but I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Michael must be a dad. Like, he must have a little clutch of really embarrassed cubs.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have children. Instead, he has the next best thing to a child, which is a set of patisseries.
Oh,
Dear
dear Lord.
He has patisseries, the polar patisseries, which everybody thinks everything in there should taste of mince, mints, and
Thank you.
yep. No, the pies taste of mince. Don't ask why there's pies in a patisserie. He
It's a type of patisserie.
yeah, it's called a Greg's. He's he's gone into the restauranting business. So he's opened up two rival patisseries, and he owns both of them because he thinks it will drum up support for both, and people. Yeah, it's
He's got like a guerrilla marketing campaign against himself.
yeah, basically.
So he's had a very busy year.
Oh yeah, he has. He's had to learn what pastry is. He did. He
God.
he has gone. He is now mainly a sort of driver around local farms because he did initially start up his patisserieing by a life of crime, but now he's gone straight. He's gone legit.
Right.
So as well as being covered in goose fat, he's also constantly covered in pastry.
He's just one unfortunate incident away from becoming the main course somewhere.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, pretty much.
his hair as it is like slicked down. It's got like a what are those well no, he's basically got like a centre parting that's like greased down on both sides.
Oh,
Oh.
no. He's a polar bear.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, roll a d8 for me.
Let's find out what hides this crime against fashion.
2.
So you are still wearing your patented top hat.
Yes.
Aw.
That's what every he does take it off when he goes in the convert. Actually no, it stays on. It
It's
stays on
stuck
the amount.
on.
Stuck down by the goose fat.
Yeah, it's stuck down by the goose fat and the wax.
God. Okay, so you
Painfully.
arrive and get waved at by Mama Biona, who has a mouthful of bamboo at the moment.
I will give a tentative wave. Michael is the one who I feel is the most chill and least likely to have a problem with me.
Hello, traitor.
Hello, traitor.
Hello. I haven't forgiven you, but as they always say, bloodshed in front of a panda is like 10 years bad luck, and I can't have that. I'm a small business owner.
This is true.
That's fair.
Right.
I'm going to keep you out of arm's reach just in case. And I'll shuffle along.
He will sit down with a slick.
Yep. I like how you got the option of slick and you took it to be literally the worst option.
Yep.
The literal option.
Alright. Next on the scene is the most wonderful, famous, incredible black bear of the forest. Boo Boo the Magnificent.
Was that me? Yes.
H, roll me 2d6.
Oh, that was me. Okay. It's been a year, guys. It's been a real year.
It's been a real year. Never were truer words said.
3 and a 4.
So, you are no longer unhinged.
Oh,
Congratulations.
don't know what to say to that.
You are instead retired.
I had a healthy career of being unhinged.
Hey, you know, like settling down with Bombolino has just been so good for me.
Aww.
Oh, so that's canon
We're
now,
raising
is it? Oh,
we're
nice.
raising twin panda bears.
Aww.
Yeah, we adopted them.
They're called Boobalina and Bumbaloo.
That's okay.
Boobalina and Bumbaloo.
Boobalina and Bumbaloo.
We named them after ourselves.
Both named after Baloo the bear, of course.
I don't
No,
like
they're
this
named
naming
after
scheme.
Boo Boo the Magnificent and Bumbalina. Combined our names.
So many syllables that are all so similar.
This is why I decided to open a bakery.
And we frequent it.
And you have moved on from being a thief, and you too have gone into the hacking profession.
It's easy to do from home while I've got to look after the kids.
Oh, nice.
And you're trying to get them into a good school by hacking the system.
Literally, yes. Only the best for our bears. Bearbies.
Babies.
Oh, babies. Oh.
Alright, roll me a d8.
That's a 2.
So you have swapped out your old Trilby for a top hat.
Huh.
Oh.
I don't know why. I guess you can keep sandwiches in it if the kids get hungry.
Yeah, practical. And arriving with you is, of course, Bumbalina. Hi, Bumbalina.
Okay. Hi.
Bumbalina, roll me 2d6.
That's a 3 and a 1.
A 3 and a 1. So you have also retired.
Ooh.
This makes so much sense.
So you used
I'm
to be
just
a driver,
retired.
but now you have also retired.
I used to be a rookie, so I went straight from rookie to retired.
Is
It was a hell of a year.
yeah, wow.
Very low skill ceiling in this profession, apparently.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your second number?
I had a 3 and a 1.
And a 1. And you've also really been putting time in at the gym.
Oh, I'm a buff.
Buff
Yeah.
Bellina!
Buffalina.
Buffalina.
You are the muscle.
Oh my
yes.
lord. Buffalina.
Wait, what?
Play Rocky.wav.
Oh, so you see this ridiculously buff
Honey badger.
badger come round the corner, arm in arm with Boo Boo the Magnificent, of course.
I am already halfway up a tree.
I've got a 7 for my hat. What am I wearing?
You are wearing a crown.
Yes! Yes,
Did not
I
disappoint.
fucking am. I think whatever happened in the Honey Badger family meetings, Bumbalina came out of it quite well. If not in honey, in status. And she is living her best life. She is married to Boo Boo the Magnificent. They are having a wonderful time. They've adopted their darling panda cubs, who presumably are gambling along behind them. They are adorable.
Yes,
Everybody
I've taught
loves
them poker.
They are hustling. They are the darlings of the moot. And she is buff and wearing a crown, and everyone stops to stare.
So, obviously, in the last year, you two have been mainly busy raising Boobalina and Bumbaloo. And, settling into retirement, doing some working out, doing, a bit of coding and learning how to hack. So it's been sort of a busy year for both of you. Have you kept in touch with Michael at all? Obviously, you've seen Pandy at the family meetings.
Might have commissioned a birthday cake. Yeah.
Aww.
I saw them at the ceremony. I don't know what ceremony. I think it was just a
The bear adoption ceremony.
Whatever ceremony bears have for their babies.
Ceremony.
I stood around and I tried to hold them, and that didn't go well. I sort of acted like a big slide.
Ah.
Brilliant. And what is the current relationship with you lot and Pansy?
I'm most of the way up the tree now.
I never trusted Pansy, but now I trust Pansy even less. But I know Pansy might have some honey somewhere, and if anything, I think that's a good investment.
Ah, yes. Investment for the children.
Yeah, I think
investment.
no, I legitimately think that she's that she's holding on to the stash as a way of not being kicked out of the family, because it's only I know where it is. Which is, it kind of it's kind of logical, kind of circuitous.
It's bear logic, which is the only logic we have.
So, Mama Biona, after cooing over Boobalina and Bumbaloo,
The cutest little babies.
yeah, adorable. Lots of compliments to the parents, of course. And
Thank you.
We signed the paperwork ourselves.
Oh, you must be so proud.
Yes, the adoption fees are enormous.
I would have signed it, but the biro went into the ceiling.
We understand, Michael. We understand.
It's good they have such a support network.
We're just so proud of them for how well they're doing.
I saw Boobalina eat a pie in one gulp. Gulp?
Go.
Hang on.
In one, a pie and a gull.
A pie and a gut, yeah.
It was a pie inside one gull. Yes.
Yes.
The weirdest turducken I've ever seen.
Concerning, seeing as she's a compulsory vegetarian, being a panda, but...
But, we ask no questions.
No.
They're at that age.
Got to let the young express themselves.
It was a mushroom pie, mostly. Well, apart from the gull, which was very much meat.
She's just experimenting. You know how toddlers are. They'll put anything in their mouths.
I'm sure you're all wondering why I called you here today.
Are there other bears here, or is it just us?
It is so far just you.
Ooh, exclusive.
I know that some of you are retired, and some of you have moved on, and some of you have large secret hoards of honey that you're sitting on. But there is an important job, and only you can do it.
Oh, but Fiona, you know that we're retired. We're parents now. We couldn't possibly risk all of that for one last job.
The Queen of all Bees, once exiled, has now returned. But she was captured by the evil Tom Human Hands.
Does she move aside and there's a crude drawing of Tom Human Hands etched
It's
into
just
a
a
tree?
stick figure with really big hands.
Big.
She's being held at HoneyCon 20 whatever the year is.
There's no way of knowing.
I'm very old.
I hear a chicken. Oh, sorry, it's Michael.
Oh no, we've killed Peter.
You've done it, now you turned him into a chicken.
Chicken Peter. Chicken Peter.
I return.
You must go and rescue the Queen of all Bees once exiled now returned, so that our honey supply is secured.
Well, I suppose if it's that important.
Boo Boo, think of the children.
But no one else could be up to the job but us, Bumbelina.
I know.
We are clearly the most qualified. Does anybody want a pudding?
I don't know. No one is as qualified as us, Boo Boo.
I'm not Boo Boo, I'm Michael.
I was talking to Boo Boo.
Oh, okay.
Since this is about the return of the exiled queen, do we know if there's a potential for considerations? Basically, once we've got her, rescued, what are we doing with her?
Bring us the bee and wipe away the debt.
Exactly.
Says a voice from the shadows.
Who was that?
Out of the tree walks
Oh, God.
a very familiar-looking sun bear.
You bug. Oh, it's the rhythm
I
section.
killed you. I ran you over 27 times.
To help, we've got an expert who was working as a double agent. This is
Hello.
Gordon's twin brother, Norman.
I am Norman, the sun bear.
God.
I've never met any of you before.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
Can Bumbelina is gonna walk up to him and just start sniffing him and walk around like Bramble does when he meets a new person, just walk around them sniffing, trying to work out if it's really a different person.
Pansy would like to fall out of the tree in shock.
Bless you. So Norman looks absolutely identical to Gordon, except for he's styled like the fur around his like upper lip to look a bit like a moustache. That's the only difference you can see.
Wonderful.
The smell is very similar.
Roll me 2d6 now.
Rolling 2d6 now. That is a 2 and a 5.
Alright. So you are a washed up thief.
Yep, that checks out.
And roll me a d8.
And the d8 is a 3.
Wearing a bowler hat.
Ha ha! See? I can't possibly be my dastardly twin brother Gordon because he wore a top hat, whereas as you can see, I am wearing a bowler hat, which means I'm a completely different person.
Checks out.
I am a washed-up thief, but I believe I have the perfect plan to steal back the... Why are we here again? Steal back the Queen Bee, yes.
Once exiled, now returned.
Once exiled, now returned, yes, yes,
There's
yes.
another stick figure drawing on the tree.
Yeah.
Stick figure bee.
Yep.
It's at Honeycon again, right?
It is, but
It's always Honeycon.
it's always Honeycon, that is. But Honeycon is at a different place this year.
Ah!
Honeycon is at the rundown fishing village of... Oh god, I need a name.
Innsmouth?
No.
Honey from the deep! It's the sucrose out of space!
Of Turberton.
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 Famous for their pike.
Yep, exactly.
There's just one spear in the middle of the town. It's just the Turberton
I meant the
pike.
fish.
I know.
There are no limits.
Right, yes, we're going to go to the fishing village of Turberton, where they're holding Honeycon, and we are going to steal back the Queen Bee, once exiled, now returned.
Thank you.
And that is our plan.
And I'll look after the little ones.
Thank you.
Boobalina, Bumbaloo, you be good for Granny Fiona. You behave well, and you don't hustle her out of all her well-earned honey.
They can try.
She can teach you a thing or two.
And I will, don't you worry.
Let's go and have chocolate for breakfast. They say
Yay!
I will also walk over to them and give them a bamboo kebab, which is a bamboo stick that's just quite long.
Aww.
You,
Uncle Michael,
Uncle.
yay!
you there, polar bear, Martin. Are you still a driver?
Hello, you.
I mean, yes, I've not read your file. What?
You.
Weren't a driver before.
I was wondering if we could maybe try and acquire some transport, like
Oh.
a boat, perhaps, given we're going to a fishing village.
Yep. I was just
Yes.
going to wibble to the outside the fishing village.
All right, should we wibble, unless anyone has anything else they want to do with
I
Bjorn?
have something. I have something. I had something I would like to do.
Please do.
Pansy has been kind of become even more paranoid than before, having spent most of the last year on the run from various people.
Mostly me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would like to pick myself up, dust myself off, skirt the far way around the clearing, keeping as much distance between myself and Bumbleina as possible. Got to Marbiona and go, sounds like a challenge. Yeah, but don't worry, you picked the right people. We've got this entirely in hand, and I'd like to take her elderly hand, pat her in a friendly manner on the back, and plant a tracking device.
Okay. We're going to do our first roll.
Yes, she's going to be criminal, and
Yeah, right, so back up. So just a reminder of how the rolls work, because it's been a
Thank you.
year.
yes, please.
So, you all have 2 stats. Each stat starts with 3 points. The stats are either bear, which is used for bear-like things like running and climbing and mauling people and scaring people and being a bear. And then you have criminal, which is anything not directly related to being a bear. So when you want to do something, you have to roll a d6. If it's equal to or under the stat, which is 3 for everyone to start with, you succeed. If it's over, you fail.
Cool.
You also have a special skill based on your bear type. So, for example, the honey badger excels at carnage and has a skill in carnage. So if there was carnage, or if this was something to do with your role as a hacker, then you could roll 2d6 and pick the lowest roll.
Cool.
Can I have only other question? One question, which is what is the? It's sniffing, isn't it? The skill of the honey of the sun bear.
So no, the sun bear has sensing honey.
Sensing honey.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'm rolling a d6 because this is a. I'm going to roll a d6 based on hacker because this is a gadget that will attach to my impressive hacking array.
Okay, so you roll a d6 just generally, and then an extra one for being a hacker, and then you pick the lowest.
Oh, that was a 6 and a 3, so I do succeed.
Okay, so the 3 does succeed. Yes, she doesn't notice anything.
Fantastic. I will be satisfied that that has worked and return to our vehicles in an entirely nonchalant manner.
Yes, and one thing you
Right.
do need to do is that when you succeed, you move 1 point from bear into criminal.
So it's a conversion, so I don't just add a point, I move...
You move a point.
So my bear is now 2?
Yes.
Ah!
So anytime you succeed any roll, you move from bear to criminal. Anytime you fail any roll, you move from criminal to bear, regardless of what you were rolling against.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
And if you hit peak criminal, then
You betray.
you
go the way of the Gordon.
You go the way of the Gordon.
You hit away the goal.
You become legend.
And you can voluntarily move them over, so you can move from criminal to bear by eating a load of honey, which happened in the last game, or you can move from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and the other bears plan a heist over coffee and cigarettes in the back room of a seedy bar.
Which is going to be the scene that we're now about to skip, and then we're going to go straight to the boat, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we stop off at the back.
We stop
room
off at
of
a
the
bar and we
with-
plan this heist.
but we're not going to tell you about that yet. It's not interesting.
So are we on the boat, I guess, or should we acquire a boat?
I can acquire a boat.
You there, Martin? Acquire a boat.
Right, so are you arriving by sea?
Yes, we're going to ride on a boat that
Was in Michael's pocket.
ask no questions, receive no stupid answers.
I've got a boat. Sometimes you need it when you're going out to hunt bread from the bread farmers.
What I don't understand is, Michael, you're not wearing anything with pockets. You're not wearing any clothes.
Well, that's because I didn't. Oh, look, when I say pocket boat, what I actually mean is inflatable. I went out to my car and I've got an inflatable
I
boat
see.
in the back. It's
Inflatable or not, Norman is still going to go to the very front of the boat and like do the George Washington crossing the Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Is you're like onwards.
So you take the boat down river, out of the forest, round the coast, to Turberton, the little run-down fishing village.
We get a bit lost. Go around the Isle of Wight about 6 times.
Yeah,
we should get some disguises. Look at those barrels there.
It's just a garbage island floating next to
Should we
us.
stop at the garbage island? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you wanna stop at the garbage island for disguises, we can stop at the.
This is part of my master plan that I definitely came up with before we arrived.
All right,
Yes, we talked about it in the coffee and cigarette back
coffee and
room
cigarettes
pub.
bar. Yes.
all right. In that case, we will start with Norman. Norman.
Yes.
You reach into the garbage. So American. You reach onto the trash island. That's also American. The rubbish island.
Rubbish refuse.
Yes. Right.
Rubbish!
So I need you to roll me 2d6. And again, tell me the numbers separately.
I have rolled a 1 and a 2.
Alright. Roll me another 2d6.
That's more like it. 2 6s.
Alright, and then also roll me 1d6.
4.
So, you reach into the rubbish pile and you come out. In fact, no, you don't even reach in. You dive in
I get yes, I
with
agree.
all the aplomb. And you come out wearing a fluorescent yellow crop top
Nice.
that goes beautifully with your grey smart trousers.
Yep.
And on top of your wonderful bowler hat, you now wear a top hat with matching monocle.
You need to be inconspicuous like me.
Your human believability score is 16.
Ooh.
Okay, I have no idea if that's good or not, but I will write it down.
Well, your human believing score last time was 10, so you know.
So at least I've improved.
You have improved.
Of course I haven't, because I'm a completely different person.
Yeah. Absolutely not just Gordon.
Not at all.
Alright. Michael, dive on in.
No, I can swim. First 2d6 is 1 and a 5. Right, next 2d6.
Yep.
A 3 and a 1.
Oh no, okay.
And just one on its own.
Yep.
A 5.
5. Okay. So you come out wearing a fluorescent yellow jumper, which goes great with your tartan Y-fronts.
Got my Y fronts.
Right.
And underneath the top hat is a beautiful blonde wig.
Aww.
It goes with the jumper.
And your human believability score is 12.
Ha! Beat you.
You look fabulously stylish, Michael.
Thank you.
Go, go, Bumbleina!
Okay, my first is a 5 and a 6.
Okay.
My second is a 3 and a 3.
3.
And my final one is a 3.
Right, so you dive into the...
Garbage pile. Whee! Look at me go, Boo Boo!
Ooh, beautiful.
and come out wearing a beige trench coat
Yes.
that doesn't quite cover your tartan knickerbockers. But the effect is ruined slightly by the badge that says Bear and Proud. Which unfortunately gives you away as a somewhat proud bear.
What's my number?
Your number is 13.
Ooh, still better than Meekle.
Still better than Meekle.
It's really not very good, is it? You can do better than that.
I like this badge. It's ironic. They all wear them these days. I see lots of men wearing them, especially ones with beards.
Yay. Boo Boo the Magnificent.
Go on, darling. I'm sure you'll get something wonderful.
Of course I will. I'm magnificent. And clothes can't change that. Right. 2d6. 6 and a 3.
Okay.
3 and a 6.
And then just a single 6.
It's 4.
Alright, so you truly do come out looking magnificent.
Yes.
You
I think
come
this is your
out
style.
in a black tuxedo jacket, shirt and bow tie, with some smart tartan trousers, top hat and monocle.
Oh my god.
You look like a Scottish lord. Like,
You look fantastic, darling.
Your human
Thank you,
believability
thank
score is 19.
Hot
Nice.
okay, at that, so Boo Boo's score is better than Norman's. Right?
Yes.
At
Yeah.
that, Norman grumbles under his breath.
Darling, I think you should keep hold of this. It might be nice if you wear it at home upon occasion.
Oh, I say at home.
TMI, and I'll dive in.
Yeah, thank you, Pansy.
Cool.
I will not be shamed.
Wait, you're wearing the Bear and Proud thing. I will not be shamed.
Fantastic. Fantastic. First 2d6 are 2 2s.
Okay.
Then it's a 4 and a 1.
4 and a 1.
And then a 1 to finish.
So maybe you got the memo about a pride event? Because you come out wearing a very 90s tie-dyed crop top
Oh, fantastic.
with black leather Y-fronts and a pink cowboy hat.
Wow.
Oh
yes.
my god. That is a look, baby.
Your human believability score is 6.
Yes.
Oh, Pansy, you look
Pathetic.
stunning. Just stunning.
So just as a
Pansy.
reminder, the way the human believability score works is that when you're confronted by a group of humans, I roll 4d6. And if your human believability score is higher, then they'll believe you're human. If it's lower, they will recognise you as a bear.
How could anyone possibly recognise us as
Pansy,
bears?
this here is a blanket. I want you to wear it at all times. Because a ghost is more believable than what you're wearing now.
What are you on about? What are you on about? I've been watching so much Eurovision this year. This is a very common sight.
Slap, slap, slap. It's October, you buffoon. Eurovision's not for months. Right.
Norman, you're being very aggressive.
Listen, you fools. I'm very invested in this heist, is all. I'm a washed-up thief.
I'm already
insult
ignoring
was
you. I'm
coming.
already stuck. I'm already. I'm looking in a dirty mirror, and my hip is instinctively cocking.
You've got the look.
Alright, so, as you head to Turberton, the beachfront is sort of split into two sides on either side of the high street. The high street is the epicenter for this honeycon this year, and sort of a few roads off to the side. So there's as Americans would call, a few blocks make up the con. So coming in from the sea, you can go directly in the middle by the high street and pier. You can go to the port and pull in by the port, which is in the warehouse area, or you can pull in on the other side of the beach by some beach huts.
Where's the dumbest place that we could go?
I mean, well, the dumbest place we could go would be to just pull up on the beach and say, "Hey, you, we're here."
I feel like it's very us. Just I'm imagining that we've got some kind of speedboat dinghy type thing, and we just drive it up the beach.
Throw the keys to some random person.
Question for the GM.
Yes.
On this beach, like, what are people doing? Is there like a large crowd? Like, in my head, I'm sure this is completely wrong. In my head, I'm seeing like spring break. So there's like people dancing to random music on the beach and stuff. Is there like a crowd we can kind of?
Well, we have established it's October, so actually it's quite a
Bollocks.
miserable rainy day.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, why
imagining
did you
that.
There are a
do
couple of old men singing sea shanties or something. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. So
A couple of old ladies playing Ludo.
what you don't know is where throughout all of the buildings around this area, the con, so you don't know which areas contain, the stalls, which areas contain the stage, which areas contain all those other, fun things that we had last time. Just checking my map what we had last time. You're not even sure where the ticket hall is, let alone the bee beauty hall, the food court, the storage and security area, the cosplay stage. You just don't know.
Right, full steam ahead. And then
Huzzah!
Michael, charge the beach.
I will. You got my name right. I will do that. And,
Martin, charge the beach.
Oh damn it! And then I will point the front of this inflatable raft at the beach and running speed.
So to be precise, you're heading towards sort of the beach hut area.
Oh yeah,
let's call it the
definitely.
beach hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a
Yeah.
soft landing in a
Yeah.
beach hut.
Ooh.
Famously, that's what they're known
H has
for.
made us a map.
Oh, hello. Oh, that's what that ping was.
So I don't want us to rely too heavily on this, because it's not good audio.
I've already put it on full screen.
But just so you all know what I'm seeing. As you head up onto the beach by the beach huts, you see a nice little touristy map showing walking areas. Walking routes in the area. And from this, you realise that you are just off the side of the high street, and off the high street, on one side, sort of heading away from the sea on your right side, there are 3 main roads which are largely residential, and then on the left side, there are 2 roads that go around the park and the back of the warehouse area.
Okay, as a sun bear, I would like to use my special skill to sense honey.
Right.
I'll start deflating the boat.
No, we may need a quick getaway, Michael.
I agree with this one.
Oh, okay.
My name is Bumbelina.
Bumbelina, that's right. I agree with Bumbelina. We might want to get away fast.
He can't be Gordon. Gordon would have never said that.
I will fold up the boat and I will put it in a beach hut.
That's actually a very good idea.
Right, Norman, you need to roll for
Yeah.
me.
Roll a d6.
Roll 2d6 because you're using your skill, and then pick the lowest.
Cool.
Roll
The
for
lowest
me.
of them is a 5.
Alright, so you fail. You can't smell anything. The sea salt is so strong in your nose, and there's a bit of a funky smell from your outfit.
And remember, when I fail, I have to add to
A
which
point
one?
to bear.
Point to bear and a point away from criminal.
Yes.
Salt! I hate salt!
Then why did you stick your nose in the sea?
Quiet! He says he puts his face in the water again.
This is why we use some more modern solutions. And Yeah, shut up. I'll put your head back underwater while I continue typing.
Okay. What are you trying to hack?
I'm trying to get a survey of, an overview of, the data landscape of the town on the basis that wherever this queen is being held will be encrypted.
Alright, you're going to need to be more specific than that, because obviously there's lots of different network providers, you're barely on the Wi-Fi.
Hey!
Barely.
I'm doing the hacker equivalent of casing the joint, finding out where the tightest security is.
Okay.
The most encrypted networks.
Alright, roll for me.
Shit.
That's not the noise of success.
That's a 5 and a 6.
You couldn't get on the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Signal's not great. God damn it, it's still on 3G out here.
Move 1 point back into bear.
Weirdly, I feel more aligned now.
Bumbelina, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna, step out into the town and head towards where the action seems to be happening.
Okay. So you start walking down the high street. Are you just fully confident? No hesitation?
Yeah, I'm Bumbelina, and I believe that I look like a human.
Okay.
She's a bear and proud.
Alright.
Yeah, I am bare and proud.
Oh my god.
She's putting her money where her muzzle is.
Norman is just bonking his head against the side of a beach hut, being like, this is not what we planned in the cigarette cafe.
So
That's its name. It's called the Cigarette Cafe.
you start walking down the high street, and you make it just around the side of the beach huts, and there's a woman coming out around Seaview Road, and she turns and looks at you, and screams, "Bear! It's a bear!" and turns and
You cut
runs
out
into
for
the
me.
fish and chip shop next door.
I wonder who she saw. Can't it be me?
Bumbelina, what is your next action / Michael, Pansy, and Norman? Are you doing anything?
I have a cunning plan that requires volunteers.
I volunteer.
Excellent. Well done, Boo Boo. So these beach huts, right?
Yeah.
Are they like your typical little beach huts?
Your typical little colourful by the sea beach huts.
So like about the size for like 2 to 3 bears could fit inside comfortably, right?
Or one inflatable boat.
Oh, not that one. We've used that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Different one.
mean, maybe 2 bears? I feel like
Right.
the honey badgers
Okay.
could fit in just fine, but once you start getting, the sun bear and polar bear involved...
All right. I would like to suggest we get inside one of the beach huts and lift it up off of its foundations. And walk into town like grandmother's footsteps style. So, we move along, and if a human looks at us, we just drop and stop. And hope no one
This is
comes to
amazing.
investigate.
Oh, I like
Yes.
this. Shame my wife isn't here. She's really rather strong now. Did you know she can deadlift an entire hive?
That's amazing. Let's go.
Right, roll for me, Norman. This
is this bear or
bear.
criminal?
This is
It's
bear.
Okay. I have rolled a 4, and I need to roll. Hang on. Sorry, remind me. I need to roll under, correct?
You need to roll equal or under, and because you failed your last thing, you should have 4 in bear.
It's on a 4. Correct, yes. So I have succeeded.
Somehow, this works.
Yeah. And does that mean I put 1 in criminal? And
It means
one
you
off the
put
bear?
1 in criminal.
Yeah, so I'm just getting the hang of. That's cool. Yeah. So success, Boo Boo, success.
Right, so the 2 of you are carrying a beach hut. Michael, what are you doing?
Am I in the beach hut?
No, there were
No,
only 2
get your
people in the
literally
beach hut.
a little door opens in the side. I'm like, no, get your own beach hut.
Oh, okay. Can I use the inflatable boat as a sort of cover for myself? Can I fold it round myself?
I mean, you can try. You can also just try using your human disguise if you're going to do that.
Oh,
I don't want to tell you how to play the game, but
actually, that's a better idea. I'm gonna put the boat back in the beach hut, and then I'm gonna just walk along as the human that I am, and I'm gonna follow the beach hut. It's kind of like I'm following a cryptid.
so
Get the binoculars out.
in the fish and chip shop, there are activities ongoing. There's shouting, there's yelling, there's confusion, and then a head pops out. A head with a little chef hat on it. And this chef looks out and sees Bumbelina,
Bumbelina. Just chilling.
just chilling,
Bear and proud.
a beach hut,
Left a bit.
which just drops down as he watches.
Freeze.
He can't see behind the beach hut. to the bear that is there.
But he knows, subconsciously, that there's more. This isn't it. There's more.
And he goes, "She's right, it's a bear!" And ducks back in to the fish and chip shop.
Bumbleina turns around and sees the beach hut. Goes, "Boo Boo, is that you, darling?"
Don't answer that question, Boo. We're in disguise.
Bumbleina's going to try to hop into the beach hut.
Oh my god.
She is little, and she is strong. So, good luck stopping her.
So Norman will resist. So you have this moment where you're trying to open the door, and I'm like, no, go away.
You know what, there isn't a mechanic for this, but both of you roll a d6. And Lukey, you get advantage because you're the muscle.
I was just also, I feel like Boo Boo has the option to intervene if they want.
Am I trying to roll? I cannot. Remind me again, am I rolling low or high? What am I trying to roll here?
You're generally trying to
Under
roll
what?
under, so you're both trying to roll under bear right now.
What's my bear?
3 to start with.
Aha, a 2.
5s.
I lock the door.
So I try to get in and I'm just like unceremoniously ejected across the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boo Boo!
Find your own beach hut. This one is mine.
Oh no!
How rude.
Oh no! I will come over and assist. I will help her up because she is clearly I can't remember your costume. A mad person who needs assistance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, Michael. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
Please, one of those is true.
From where you are, you can see in the fish and chip shops they seem to be gathering all the pointy things they can find.
Oh no!
There is someone on the phone gesturing angrily out.
Pansy.
If I'm, I was just about to say.
Oh, you're ahead of
if
me.
I may,
That happens a lot.
If I may take just take the camera for a second, I would like to have, at this point, rather unceremoniously, without much ceremony, just kind of walked round into the back door of the fish and chip shop, and now be holding the chef at claw point.
You need to roll for this. I'm sorry.
Oh my lord.
Right, so this is going to be criminal.
Fantastic. That is exactly a 3.
And your criminal is still a
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah,
You
so,
come in and you can hear the chef talking on the phone angrily. He's like, I'm telling you, the bears are here. There are bears here. Yeah, no, 2 of them are hiding in a beach hut.
And I.
You have to come right now. Bring the gun.
I will.
And
I
he
will
freezes.
hold the. I will just extend one claw and hold it at his throat like I'm brandishing a knife. And as he stops and turns to look at me, I have the laptop on a nearby surface with the screen open to like the secure Wi-Fi, demanding a password, and I'm just going to point meaningfully at it.
Alright. He puts in the password for the fish and chip shop Wi-Fi.
And then I'm also going to then point at the phone meaningfully as well.
On the other side of the phone, there is a voice coming in being like, Greg, what's happening? Greg.
I will draw my finger across my lips.
He hangs up the phone.
I will.
But
yes.
The other humans have noticed you.
I've got more claws to spare, mate. Plenty to go round.
I mean, they also don't speak bear.
That's fine.
So,
I think
you
they
just
speak
growl.
claw, which I'm extending all of them now.
Right, well, still, they all turn. They all see that there is a bear inside.
In a fantastic crop top.
In a fantastic crop
Let's not
top.
forget how great they look.
And with a scream, possibly half deliberately, a fork is thrown at you.
Carnage it is, then.
What do you do?
We've been very Scooby-Doo-ish up to this point, and I feel like going on a Wolverine-esque bloody rampage is kind of against the tone of the story so far.
I would agree.
So, which is why I
maybe...
wanted to kind of cut away, generalise with carnage.
I reckon, like, toss some tables, sort of thing. Like, throw some cutlery, toss some
Immobilise
tables.
some people.
Yeah,
I was going to say, yeah, like, I need to know, like, the extent of the damage you're doing. Like, when you say carnage, you've literally, like, got a knife to a man's throat right now. So carnage can mean many different things.
Which will be dictated by the
Non-lethal
successful dice roll.
damage.
Assorted, wholesome fantasy violence.
Okay,
Dust
there's
cloud.
crashing and banging and roaring sounds, and then people come running out of the front of the fish and chip shop,
Yeah, exactly. One
screaming,
person
and they run straight across the road into the warehouses.
Exactly, that kind of deal.
Right, that happens.
Cool, I didn't need to roll for it or anything.
Yeah, no, roll carnage for me, actually. Thank you. Good point.
Ah, that's good. Yep, 2. That's a success.
Brilliant. So you're becoming more and more. Actually, I think this was bear. This was very much bear because scaring people comes under bear. But you are becoming more and more criminal every time you succeed. Remember.
Fantastic. I would like to. Yeah, so people run into the warehouse, and I think the camera zooms in on. The dust clears. Pansy is standing there with. She's now wearing a chef's apron over the tie-dye shirt. And she is going to from her like laptop bag. She's going to draw a small jar of honey, which she took from which she always takes a couple bits from her secret stash. She's just going to pop it and neck it
Okay.
to redistribute some points from from criminal into bear.
Right. So you can move 1 point back from criminal into bear by eating a load of honey.
Fantastic.
I will just have to say there's going to have to be a limit on how many secret stashes of honey you have on your person.
Oh yeah. That was probably the only one.
Okay. Wonderful. We'll head back to the lot in the street. What are you lot up to? You've just seen... Well, you've heard this, and then seen a bunch of people run straight past this beach hut and into the building on the other side.
I mean, what's my character? Norman. That's me. Norman. Norman thinks that if all the people are running into the warehouse, and that's probably where the honey is. So I'd like for me and Boo Boo to kind of, once the crowd has gone, to shuffle our way over to the warehouse. And in particular, if there's like a window, I want to kind of poke, like try and like maybe look through the window.
Yep, so the windows are all fairly high up.
Boo Boo, give me a boost. Or Michael, whoever's there.
Would someone like to give Norman a boost?
I will boost
Which
Norman.
building was this, sorry?
I'll boost him. I'll give him. I will roll.
This is to lift him up to see him through a window.
Yeah, I want to
Is
look
this
through the window of the
building
warehouse.
opposite the fish and chips? Ah, the
Yes.
Yeah, so given
The
you
big
was on the
warehouse.
street, you could be with us as well if you like.
Right. Do you want to do?
You open the door and I'm standing there with my hands on my hips.
Do you want to?
Excuse me.
Do you want to be there?
What? What?
Hello.
Out of my way. Yes, Michael.
Sorry, Peter, what was...
I was because I was like, I'm not the strong one here. So you who literally has muscle, I'm slick. If anything, it's harder for me to pick up things.
Fine.
Hello.
Bumbleina, I will get on your shoulders.
I think you're forgetting the magic word.
Alakazam.
No.
I think we used that. I think we used that joke last time.
Norman's gonna look around. He's gonna look over his shoulder and look over the other shoulder, and then he's gonna just look at you, but he's gonna be like, "It may have escaped your notice, Bumbleina, that we are in the middle of a perfectly executed heist. Now is not the time for backtrack and flim-flam. Please."
Flim-flam is a
escaped
magic
your
word.
notice, but I'm the thing standing between you and your perfectly executed heist.
Our perfectly
all you
executed heist.
All you have to do is say please.
Oh, I love it when you're mad. I mean, yes, give me a boost.
Pa. She's been spending a lot of time with children.
She has.
Like he raises his hand like he's gonna say another retort, and then he's gonna just say, "Please."
Without another word, she like grabs him and like throws him up into the air towards
Ah!
the window.
Right. So, yeah, Bumbleina, roll for me with a advantage for muscle against bear because it's very physical.
Ooh, 2 1s.
2 1s. Right. So it's magical, really. It seems like everything is going in slow motion.
It's almost like they've done interpretive dance together before.
Yes.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. And Norman, you fly up to the windows and you look in and you see that this indeed is where the majority of the con is taking place.
I knew it.
There are stalls upon stalls, even more than there were in the last place. More stalls than last year, filled with honey and honey-associated products. and projects.
The pupils of Norman's eyes turn to honeypots.
But you do also, because Lukey's role was so good, you do also see that there are security agents who are there and armed.
With what?
And they are talking with guns.
Ah, nice. Oh dear.
Soda filled with honey.
It's worse than I thought. We're in America.
They've got the magazines and they're doing them like shadow puppets on the wall.
Terrible.
fair,
Or
these
maybe
are,
Canada, outside shout.
These are very much, from experience, tranquilizer darts specifically to keep you contained until animal control comes to take you to the zoo.
I can't go back.
Darts.
This is where I've got. This is where I wear the goose fat.
And there are people who ran out of the fish and chip shop who are now standing, talking to these guards and pointing, and guards are starting to head towards the warehouse doors. And then
Alright, so
you
this
fall back
this
down
window.
and land gracefully in Bumbleina's arms. There's a phone call from Grandma Biona. She's like, Boo Boo, Boo Boo, you have to come quickly. No, quickly. No, you have to come quickly. Yes, Bumbaloo has hurt her knee.
Not Bumbaloo.
Yes.
Boo-boo, you must take care of them.
You, quiet. You, Boo Boo, take the beach hut back.
Come back when you can, Boo-boo.
Don't leave the boat. Right. I think at this point, it's time to car. I think we should probably take a car.
Okay.
What?
Into the building.
A car?
Well,
I mean, it worked last time.
I think running away because we need to find Queen Bee, and I think we need to get Norman to go sniff bees. He needs to go sniffing for bees, which is Scouting for Girls' alternate name.
Quiet, Michael. Now listen, I have a brilliant plan.
Oh no!
I'm going to go sniffing for bees, and Michael's going to find a car.
Oh, wonderful! I'm going to go and find a car. So I'm going to immediately try and hotwire the nearest car, no matter of size.
Yeah. So there are some cars parked along the high street, so the road has been closed off, but clearly there's, sort of people who are there for business or who just live nearby who are still parked and have residence or workers access. So there are cars just parked along the high street and along the streets by either side. So you go to the first car you find, which is a Reliant Robin.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes!
In bright yellow.
Three-wheel drive, baby.
I will. I suppose
He's so
having
big. Does he have to get in like lying on his front like one of those?
what do you
It's going to be a very much a clown car situation.
what do you think the goose fat is for? Right, let's.
But before then, roll for driver.
Okay. Yes.
For
roll
2d6.
Below my score of 3. Damn. Oh,
Below
I got
my
a
score of
1 and a 5.
Yay!
Was I meant
So
to
you
only
take
be
your low
rolling
score,
one
so-
dice?
No, 2. So you got
Okay.
you get a general one, and then you
take
get
the
an
lower.
extra one for having a roll or a skill,
Wonderful.
And you take the lower one.
Sure.
and you take the lower one.
The road less bared.
Yes.
So I'm
So-
gonna.
That's
You-
Michael's memoir.
Yes. So Michael he's sort of like the window. He sort of pushes down he's still a polar bear, so he pushes down the window into itself, and then he's just gonna sort of slip and contort his way into the front seat. He's going to be leaning out the side, bowler hat, top hat still on. He blows the blonde wig out of his eyes, and then with his head out, he's going to then make the car go.
Right. The car
Radio
goes.
immediately comes on, and Bon Jovi starts playing really loudly.
Shut up! I don't even.
Oh, we're halfway there.
I don't even like Genesis, and I'll turn it off.
It's just,
all gonna be
Norman's just going to be
murdered.
shaking his head, and he's like, "Here's the least subtle bear I've ever met."
As
And you
Bon
know
Jovi
Pansy.
runs away wearing a beach hat.
What's going on, guys?
Quiet, pansy.
Right, get in. We're going bee sniffing.
Dives in through
Wait
the
a
window
minute.
into the
I'm
front
not getting in the car to go bee sniffing. I want to investigate the warehouse.
Oh, is there bee inside it? Did I get
I don't know.
Did I get a Reliant Robin for nothing?
Reliant
Never
Robin,
get a Reliant Robin for nothing.
Okay.
Right.
As I say this, I'm going to put my feet through the floor panels and just sort of start walking it like a Flintstones car.
I knew this was coming.
Bumbleina is sat on the front seat having a great time.
Pansy,
Yeah.
I think we should investigate the warehouse.
At this moment,
What was that? Oh, go on.
at this moment, armed guards come rushing out of the warehouse.
I throw Norman
They're
at them.
safe in a car.
They stand.
As you
They see Norman, and they rush to surround you and go, "It's okay, sir. Go inside. We've got this."
I was just about to say,
And
I was
point
like,
their
"Look, a
guns."
bear," and point at Pansy.
At Pansy and the car. So
I will let the guards go past me and give them a friendly citizen's nod.
So they are standing by the front of the warehouse. Pansy, Michael, Bumbleina, what are you doing?
Run and drive. Drive. I will drive. I will put this Morris Minor. Morris.
Reliant Robin?
Reliant Robin.
Reliant Robin.
Why do I think it's a Morris Marina?
I don't
Mor-
know.
Morris Marine.
Morris Marina.
Morris Marina.
Alright.
I am going to put it into front bear drive.
Alright, roll for drive.
I got a 5 and a 6.
Oh no, Michael, no.
You forgot the fact that you destroyed the car and had your feet going for it. You start running and trip.
Yes.
Aww.
I am now 4 bear, 2 criminal.
So you're slightly stuck in the car. Bumbleina, you are sort of in the car and watching this happen.
So we are completely surrounded.
So you've made it, you're sort of by the turn off around the back of the warehouse by Park Road, heading down to the park. But, yeah, you're still very much in range of the guns of the door.
You know what? I'm going to charge the guards. I'll hold them off! Get out!
They shoot you.
Do I not get
Roll.
to roll for carnage
Lord.
first?
Oh, yeah, roll.
Have they ever contended with an enraged honey badger in hot pants before?
Possibly,
You
yeah.
have.
If they're hired by
Well,
Honeycon.
since I rolled a 3 and a 4 and I needed a 2, yeah.
Sleepy
I think the
Puppy.
answer is
It's just
yes,
their
they
day
have
job.
contended with a honey badger in hot pants before.
It's part of the training.
You get
It's a weird
hit.
part.
Some very,
By
very
one.
specific posters they have up that they need to shoot at the firing range.
It's an extra
You
10
roar
cc's
and
for hot
start.
surprise.
You roar and start running towards them and get felled pretty much instantly by
I'll
blow
hold them
darts.
all.
And you collapse to the ground unconscious.
Oh god. Is Pansy how far away from me is Pansy?
Pansy is still just outside the fish and chip shop. So
really
not too far,
away
to be
from
fair,
me.
across the road. But the guards are now turning away from Pansy to you two. who are
Okay,
stuck in a
I
car.
wanna get out the car and throw it at them.
Okay. Is Michael still in the car?
Yeah, it's extra weight, it'll be fine. There's airbags.
Why not? Yeah, I'll be a projectile.
Right.
Bear for themselves, right?
I consent to being a projectile.
I think Michael will be fine. He's a polar bear and he has airbags on his side.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
I'm all.
Right.
I also have
can
a
I
low
argue?
friction coefficient.
Can I argue for 3 dice because this is both carnage and muscle?
See, technically you're not meant to do 3 dice. You're only meant to
But
do
can
2.
I-
But I'm
can I
fairly sure
argue?
last time you successfully argued for 3 dice.
I don't think it was me last time. I think it was someone else, but someone did. So
I'm
so
a
may
more
I?
experienced GM, and therefore yes.
Yay! Okay, I got a 3, so that is a success. The others were
Okay.
not good. So that's the third die really did it.
Right, so that was for Bear
Yay!
as well. You're rolling against Bear.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both 3 at the moment.
Oh, brilliant. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
So you
I
pick up.
jump out the car, pick it up. This is a reversal of when Michael threw me across a river last time.
Oh yeah.
Poetic reversal.
Go, Michael, go!
What?
Kick! Kick!
I'm flying. Hello there, sir. It's nice to meet you. I wonder if they're friendly.
So the armed guards scatter.
As a bear in a 3-wheeled car come flying at them.
So Bumbleina, you now have
Hi.
cover to escape. Yeah, what are you going to do, Michael? You're trapped in a car.
I'm gonna try and sort of slide out. I don't know. All right.
The airbags just go off in your face.
No, they wouldn't be in my face. I don't want an airbag going off in my nether bears. I'm going to sort of slip out of the car, and then I'm going to go and then run in the opposite direction. Right. That's my bear plan.
Okay, I'll let you have
you
that
grab
because we
Pansy
have
on the way?
established.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I will make you roll for grabbing Pansy on the way then.
Okay.
So you need to roll bear.
Roll bear. Pure bear.
Yeah, for running and climbing.
Oh, I got 4 bear. 4 bears.
forbearing.
Hey.
Well, good because you've only got 1 dice.
I buggered it. I rolled a 6.
Oh dear, you fucked it.
So you get out of the car. I'll give you that because we've established that your type of slick is very much the physical type.
The literal.
So you slide out like butter.
Schlor.
And you start running and you try to grab Pansy, but you trip.
No, you're too slick and you can't get hold of
You're too slick. So you are sliding down the high street towards the post office.
bodyboarding your way down the street.
Oh yeah,
just so slippery.
I'm going like a penguin. Just on my belly, just slipping down the street.
Right, Norman, what are you doing? This is all going on. What's your
So
plan?
I spent a good chunk of the last 30 seconds to a minute just like standing, like trying to lose myself in like a poster on the wall and trying to look as human as possible. And now it appears to kind of be cooling off. I'd like to kind of try and slink into the warehouse and investigate, which was always my plan.
Right, you slink into the warehouse. Gordon.
Yes.
Nope, wrong person.
No, Norman. Definitely
Norman.
not Gordon. No.
Gordon's
Definitely-
not here. What are you talking about?
Definitely not Gordon.
No.
That's what he's got written
Norman.
on his tax sheet.
You turn and walk into the warehouse.
Hey, I say.
One
'Cause I-
People turn and go, hey, back to you. And
how I
someone
think
offers you a sample of their homegrown collected honey.
I kind of nod at them and go, like Norman's opinion of humans is they speak in various intonations of ms and rs. So he's just gonna like,
Yeah.
but that's how he thinks he's cracked humanity. Is it's like people will understand you if you just kind of go like. So he's just gonna take the honey and go and then I'm going to eat some.
All right.
And I'm gonna rudely guzzle all of it.
Okay. So
Which
you
puts the
guzzle
point in bear.
all of the samples, and then you start to reach for an extra pot, and the vendor goes, that'll be £4.50.
I go, and I'll pat myself down like I've forgotten my wallet. And I'll kind of go, and then I'll just shrug and kind of go,
I will just say, you do have an entire warehouse of free
in fact,
samples.
right, I'll put up my hand as if to say, hang on a minute, and I go, aha! And then I'll head off like I'm going to go get cash.
I'm going to start.
And
I'm
one
willing to
throw
roll
over.
everything down the
Criminal
warehouse.
for bluff, if you want, on that.
Right. So we leave Norman, we pan back from Norman, who is living the best life in this warehouse full of free
I've spent
honey
a year
samples.
studying humans.
Bumbelina has slipped off down towards the park where music can be heard. Of course, bare naked ladies are back again.
Hey.
They've been in therapy for a year, but they've made it back.
The main stage is at the park and in the park. Michael is slinking around the side of the post office, confused, dazed, no longer in a car. And Pansy,
Very, very slippery.
still unconscious, unmoving, without any control, is being dragged away by the armed guards.
Bum, bum, ba-na.
Banana.
Bum bum banana.
Bum, bum,
Banana.
Hey.
ba-na.
Ba ba ba. Ooh, there's some intrigue brewing at Honeycon 2020 something, but you'll have to come back next week to find out how we get ourselves out of this pickle. But until then, thank you for listening to Direcast. If you'd like to keep up to date with episodes and announcements, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Direcast, and on Instagram at DirecastPod. And subscribe to us on your favourite podcatcher. And hey, if you enjoyed listening to us, maybe consider giving us a rating or review, or sharing us with a friend. We'd really love that. You can also now support us on Patreon, and we would absolutely love it if you consider giving us just a few pounds a month. Go to patreon.com/Direcast to check out the tiers and rewards available. Direcast is Lukey Slynn, Matt George Lovett, Jacob Warr, Helen, Peter Wellman, and H Folkmans. Our logo and banner art are by H Folkmans. The Direcast theme and the Honey Heist theme are composed and performed by Matt George Lovett. This episode was edited by Jacob Warr. This week we were playing Honey Heist by Grant Howard, a link to which can be found in the episode description. And at least for this week, that's how the Direcast